Hello, in this video we are going to discuss how we can convert a Excel employee master into a form, and at the same time employee master has a certain fields with job title, department, business unit. Now we want to also convert these three individual information into separate table and create lookup without writing a single line of code. So this is the application, this is the Excel file. So let's close it and go back and start the application. Now we'll go back to Form Designer. The first step is we need to right click and click Form. Now here we need to change like HR form using excuse, excuse me Excel, and then select the company and the menu. So let's say once you do this, then you go back to setting, select here connection SQL 2019, and then select the database where you want to create all these tables. So let's select demo table, and from here you click update. What this update does, it's create a connection within the application, and also it update the form. Like this form has this connection, and this is the database we are using. So once we have done this, then we should go to the Excel interface. In the Excel interface, the most important thing is that auto. So take the auto out. So it means the system will do the Excel connection and then the database creation step by step. And here ask name. Also, when system is creating table, it will ask the name. So let's connect. Once I connect here, okay, I will have a Excel file. Okay, let's say this is the Excel file we have. Now it has a multiple sheet. This particular Excel which I connected. So I'm taking the unique data. There is a sheet where I have kept a unique data. So let's click OK. Now once we connected, these are the fields in Excel sheet. Now I want to create, when I'm creating a table, I want to create with the primary key, like there should be one thing is unique. So to do this, you deselect all, and this EID is a primary key. So once you select this and right click, add selected as a primary key. If it's a unique field, it will give you the field here. If it's not unique, it will give you there. So now we have a unique field also identified. Now you create table. So it's asking the table name like HR master demo. This is the table name I am giving, which system will create when we will ask to create the table. So now what happened? The system has created uh, query, basically instruction to create the table. So you can see here EID is defined as a not null, and then here is a primary key. Now once we have done this, then we should click the create table. So table is created. Now once the table is created, the system will create some objects to access the data. So now you can see here data import was also checked. So what system has done? System has created all the objects. System has created a physical table. So if I go to the SQL Server, here I can see the table, physical table is created here. So if I go to here HR, let me refresh it. Yeah, this is the HR demo master. Now it's created and it has all the records is there. So let's go back to application, and what we are going to do, we are going to create a page control, so where we can display individual forms. So to do this, what we need to do, we need to go to page control and then click the sheets. So the first sheet I want to create a master information. Okay, and let's add some more sheets. uh, Tab sheet, let's say title, title master. Okay, if it's not updating, there's no issue. Okay, you can just reload it. Okay, default driver is not found, no problem. So what we need to do, we need to go here and check this one. This need to be connected. Okay, so let's reload the form, so it will not give you the error because the connection was not connected and the data set is in the active mode. So what we need to do, we need to go to this here and make it client. So we have a title master. So let's go and see what we have done now. So we'll take a panel and let's take a panel. Okay, let's make it line top. Let's take a control to use where we can move the cursors, the records, and add, edit, delete. So the navigator is there, and then we need to add, just to make form looks presentable. Let's make here employee uh, master. Okay, and then make it as a full page client. So whatever area is there, or let's make it custom. Let's make it custom and check if this one is, if this is top, then this should not be an issue. uh, this is panel and this is align top, then it should not, because the parent is, we need to check the parent has to be uh, this one. This is navigator, and then okay, no, this is wrong. This is self, that's why it's taking. So what we need to do, we need to delete it, and we need to make sure we are in the tab sheet 1. Okay, and then we can go and create. So that now is okay, now the parent is this. So now if I go here and make it client, okay, and then we need to add data grid. So let's select the data grid here, make it client. Okay, and then we already have a master, employee master table is already created. So you have one data source. So you can see now the system has connected the Excel file, and then once the Excel is connected, it's created a physical table, it's created the objects also, all the fields and everything, and then it's the data is here. Now the second job which we have to do, this title, this is a text. So we want to convert this title into a separate table, and then once it's separate table, we need to convert into lookup. So to do this, what we need to do, we need to go to Excel interface and take the step out, do the same process, connect the Excel sheet, connect unique data. Now here we have to do the conditional import. Why we are doing a conditional import? Because here in the job title, the titles are getting repeated. So we have to fetch a unique information, not the repetitive information. So to do this, what we need to do, we need to deselect all, select the job title. Now Because we are creating a separate table and Excel does not provide any ID for these titles. So we have to add a primary key from our side. So each title will have a one number assigned, so it can be used for the lookup. So once we do this, okay, create structure. Okay, let's ask the table name so we can understand. Let's say HR uh, title. So basically, now what we are giving the name to this one and then create a structure. Sorry, leave it here. Okay, HR demo DITLE. Okay, so we can hear now what the system is doing. System has created a one field job title and then master ID is identity, which it will create always a new number. Once we do this, then we ask the system to create the table. But remember, we selected only one field from here. So create the table. Table is created. Okay, all object, and then we have to select from here job title, and then we have to say unique value. So this is the import routine. So here we are telling a system, don't import everything, just import a unique job title and select like this. So data is imported. Now if you come back here in the panel, you can see there are two. This is the new object and data source we created. So this is for basically for the title. So what we need to do, we need to go to the title here and let's create a panel first. So let's create like this top, and then we should have a grid here. Sorry, that navigator component, and then we should have this one, group box. So let's make it client and then select a grid. Okay, select client and then select the data source. Now you have to select the number. Okay, okay. So what you need to do, if it's not sometime if it's not updating the property, so you just need to refresh it. So let's go back to here. It's here. Or let's delete it and do it again. So this is the group box 2. Let's delete and let's delete here, come back. Okay, okay, and then you come back here and select the data source this one. So now you can see, now we have a unique job titles from that Excel file. So you can see here, now we have a job title which is a text, but we have already got a table created separately. So now our next step is to create a lookup field within this data set. So to do this, we have to go to the data management, select the master file, which is the first this one, and then select job title, select the second data set, and select the name. Now here, because if you remember, we created a master ID. So here we have equal lookup field is master ID is a common field. And then LK job title is the field which is going to create it here. So just create update. So data field added into table, data updated. And lookup field is created here. So you can see here is not updated. So what we need to do this, because it has done in many places a lot of change. So here you can see the fields are being there. So what we can do, go to the system setup. Okay, so best thing is to reload the form because we have added the data into table, field into table, so it should get refreshed now. Now you go back here and system setup. You can see here the LK job title and LK job name is there. So what we need to do, we need this particular. So we need to delete this one, okay, and then we need to move this one into, so it's here now. Let's say make it job title, okay, close it. Now you can see the difference. Here it's become lookup now. So all the fields are being updated, and we did not write a single line code, but this particular data is get converted into a lookup. So right now, if I go to this system analyst, okay, like take example, if I make it system. Now, if I reload the form, everywhere, wherever that system was there, it will become, you can see, analyst system. So because it's connected with the lookup. So we want to do the same process for department. Okay. So to do this, what we need to do, we need to go to Excel, put this name, and put these things like is the conditional import, and then we need to tell the table name, and it's not the auto process, it's a manual. So let's select again, select Excel file, select that unique one. Now, what we need to do here, we need to deselect all and select the department as we are creating our own table. So let's define a primary key and then say create table structure. So it's asking R demo, which is DEPT. Okay. So the script is being created. Create table. We created the table. Now object is created. We need to go back to the table department and say create a unique update, like fetch the unique data. So the data is also updated. Now, what we need to do here now, we need to create one more tab. So let's go and create a tab sheet. So this will be department and page index should be 2. Okay. This is department. Okay, let's reload it. Okay, so department is here. We'll do the same process. We'll have a panel and then we will have, let's make it panel. Okay, let's stop and let's make it DB navigator, and then let's make it one group box, caption, and then let's make it a grid, and then you can see the new data source has been created, like 138. Now you can see these are the departments, unique departments have been created. So once you come here, you can see here the department is sales, these are the text. So now what we are going to do, we are going to convert this particular field into a lookup field. So go to data management, select this one is the master, select the department is the field. Now you have to select this table because this is the new one which is for the department. And once you see, you can see the department. Same thing we have to do. Master ID is our field, date, everything is done by system, everything is created. So because you created, so the table need to be reloaded. So let's log into the reload the form. Okay, now we need to go back here and you can see the lookup field here, this LKT part. So what we need to do, we need to delete this one, okay, and then we need to move this one here. So job title, and then you can make it here caption as a department. Now if you see here department, you can see it's coming from the lookup. So two we have done, and third is now I just click so it become sorted, because it has inbuilt feature. So now we are going to do the business unit. So the same process, uh, take this one out, this one here, connect Excel, unique record, and what we need to do, business unit we are trying to do. So we will deselect all, we'll select business unit, and then add primary key, ask table is there. So HR demo B unit is our table. Create table. Okay, let the process complete, and then we need to select business unit, unique, completed. Okay, so the simplest thing is go and load the form. So all the tables are updated, and then go and select the system. You can see here department. Okay, okay. I think we need to do it this one, because let me check if the date, if we completed this process. No, the department business unit is not added. So we'll go to the data management, select this one, then select the business unit, select the business unit object, and then select business unit, write master ID. So now everything is updated. Let's see if we can see the, no, it's not showing. So we need to, because the lookup need to be added into table, so it's better to load, and so everything is added. So now go back to the system setup. You can see here business unit. So what we need to do, we need to delete business unit, and then we need to move it here, and we can change. So now we can see here, okay, now everything we were doing into design mode. So let's close it and go and check here. Let's see in which form we added here. Let's go to self, HR form designer. Okay, let's add refresh menu. So now I can see here form using Excel. So this is our output form now. Okay, now it has a lookup. So basically what we had initially, we had this we have this Excel sheet. So now we use this Excel sheet to create the master form, this one, and then separately we created a department, and this one. I think one thing is still we did not make it, so let's complete it. Let's make it also business unit tab. So what we need to do, we need to go and add the tab sheet, call business unit, and make it, this one will be 0, 1, 2 to 3. This will be 3. Okay, so we'll go here and then we'll select the panel. Okay. It's not compulsory you need to make panel, but just to have a bit of interface, I'm doing this. So let's go back, and we did not added the data source also. So let's add that here. You can go and add the data source. The fourth one is the basically business unit data object. So you go back here, and then you need to add the group ops client, and then you need to add a data component which is DB grid, and then you need to have a client, and then you need to have data source which is last one. So basically we have business unit now, we have accounting, we have a title master, and we have a master, and all the four fields are being converted into lookup, and we have not written a single line of code. Everything is managed by the application. So this is the power of application. Like using Excel, the system can make a very professional form, and there are a lot of features which I will be discussing in the another videos. Thank you.